Hello, and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 4th grade concept of measurement problems. This is standard 4.8C in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 33 off the 2017 released STAAR test. If you have not done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and then we will look at our answers together. So we have this strange looking diagram here, and we've got different line segments that represent 4 parts of a walking trail. Now, in the original problem, if you did this with paper and pencil, you're supposed to use a ruler that is on the measurement chart in order to measure these 4 segments. But since this is on a computer screen, and you might be watching on a tablet, on a laptop, or even on a phone, you can't really take out a ruler and measure it. So what I did is I printed up the problem, printed up the measurement chart, and actually printed up 4 of them so I can get 4 different rulers, and I laid out the rulers so we can at least mimic what you should have been doing if you were taking this test in person. Now, we've kind of hidden this trail, so let me outline it for you here in green. So there's 4 line segments. So these line segments means they are straight lines, but they don't go on forever. They have a starting and a stopping point. So my first line segment is right there, and then it kind of bends a little bit, forms kind of an obtuse angle right there. Here's my second line segment right here. I've got a third line segment, another bend, looks like another obtuse angle right there. And then it looks like a 90-degree turn. It goes right here, and it actually goes underneath this, but I wanted to at least, so it's kind of hidden underneath this third measurement tool that we're going to use here. But I wanted you to at least see what that measurement was for that third segment. So that is our walking path. And so all we're supposed to do is we are supposed to find the measurement. We see our answers here, 9, 26, 22, 18, they're all in centimeters. That's why we have centimeters on all of our rulers here, or I guess we can call them a paper ruler. And we are trying to find the total distance of all 4 line segments. So it's not really that tricky. Here's just the one thing we need to make sure we remember whenever we measure with a ruler, whether it be inches, whether it be centimeters. We always need to line up the beginning of our line segment or the beginning of the side if we're measuring the side of a rectangle or something. Always line it up with 0. And if you notice, 0 does not go to the end of the paper ruler. So you can see the difference right here. You see this little gap right here? That little gap just gives you a little bit of space, because if we put the 0 all the way on the end, there'd be no room for the 0 to be, and you might kind of miss that. So most rulers have a little bit of a gap, a little bit of an indentation, so they offset it enough so you can actually have a 0 line that is marked. Because if the 0 line is up against the very edge, there's no place to put the actual digit 0. So that's the one trick. If you just pull up this ruler and put it to the end, and you include that gap, now you're adding a little bit of distance. And if you do that for all 4 of these, you're most likely going to get the wrong measurement. So this first line segment, we have it lined up here with 0. So we've gone ahead and done that. And then this bend right here goes to just, looks like it's just a little bit before 6. So we're not going to go ahead and get into the millimeters. We're not getting into decimals here. So we're just estimating, and it looks like it's about 6. So from 0 to 6, we're just going to call this first line segment 6 centimeters. Now the second one, now obviously if you're doing this in paper and pencil, you would just use the same one and kind of move it around. But I needed to take a still photograph, so that's why I've got all of these. So we've got 0. This one goes to 4. So we've got 4 centimeters. This third one goes from 0 and it goes up to 5. So we're going to have 5 centimeters. Obviously, we need to start at 0, so we can just take this last digit and use it. Then this last one, I had to kind of make it look a little bit strange, goes from 0 up to 7. And then we just add them up. So let's see, 6 and 4 make 10, 15, 22 centimeters. So my answer is C.